Kevin Taylor had the allegation bi aba betuja na nini na ejina Chairman Wontumi the case no ehun because yen him say Chairman Wontumi is seeking for a plea bargain and all that. Kevin Taylor say Chairman Wontumi lawyer ekokosra Bawumia na adie bi a eto eye Bawumia lawyer no or the ababetu. This is very scandalous. But you bekwa kwakoti nsemu a or can me a meka madwin e was. And that your first time wa ha subscribe na click the notification bell so yen is our latest news we aba on sa ebeka. Ebusuafo mesrel it is time to rep Ghana. And you see Ghana jersey. If you are seeing na atari a eye fepan eye Ghana jersey ya ranking number 1. Per Ghana jersey nato. Aside the World Cup no Ghana jersey obi to me share their kwa sorry obi to me their school obi to me their baby a person de ko bia wherever you are in the world. Per Ghana jersey to 0544232338. I'm sure Ghana jersey no mama wati asese etise kusua ni meko ye nto ba akopɛ sɛ woto ama wonko anho a at least omiensa but we busuafo a to from 3 upwards what you say na che this is a time of giving into no frɛ number no na order Ghana jersey ni yento na che sɛ yen ship and fan bro wherever you are in the world yentie eye Kevin Taylor nsɛm a wɔka when he is alleging say Chairman Wontumi lawyer ekɔ Bawumia fie eden ne sie
Apia Kubi Eko ma Bawumia ho. Ena Bawumia friend say ombra no ombe break case ne down and chere no. Now Apia Kubi call you know. When he was called by Bawumia, he went to Bawumia to tell Bawumia everything from day one of Omufri court about the day the case ended. Now, during his breakdown, there was this huge confrontation and argument between Apia Kubi and Bawumia. And what was going on? And they say, Apia Kubi concluded, Bawumia and call for him say, Chairman Wontumi will go to jail. Now, that is what triggered the anger between Apia Kubi, Chairman Wontumi, and Bawumia. And Chairman Wontumi and Bawumia, they got angry, furious, because they were saying, say, Apia Kubi is a terrible lawyer. So, and nowhere before na Apia Kubi Babo and Trebeka say, he is not going to be the lawyer of Chairman Wontumi. You know why? It is because right now, no, he cannot blame Chairman Wontumi. What he has to do is to blame the court. And nothing that Wontumi can say, I don't want this and this and this and this about my client, so I'm walking away. Now, the only thing he can do is to put some flimsy excuses out and blame the court. But the main issue is that when Apia Kubi went to Bawumia, Apia Kubi was blunt. And if you have studied Apia Kubi for a very long time, in his political career, as much as he's stupid sometimes, every time in the MPP, he's very blunt about some things. Especially when they were in power. You saw how Apia Kubi was blunt on some few things. So when he went to Bawumia, we have been in court for all these years. I know this guy is your financier. He is pumping money into your campaign. What I can tell you is he's go to court. He will go to jail. Apia Kubi made it clear to Bawumia and Chairman Wontumi and Bawumia and in the you know what say Chairman Wontumi will be jailed because the evidence the Attorney General provided and I know it didn't do. So Bawumia Bekachi Apia Kubi said he's a terrible lawyer. He's a bad lawyer. And Apia Kubi told Bawumia, say, what kind of nonsense are you telling me? I have stood on my foot or on my feet. Let me say it that way. For a year, Menje Chairman Wontumi Capre. I was working for free. Every single day, I am going up and down in court. I'm not even seeing my family. I have basically moved to Accra. I have done everything as a lawyer to protect Chairman Wontumi. Today, you Bawumia sit here and tell me I'm a terrible lawyer. And when Apia Kubi PN say he doesn't want to be a lawyer for ADA, Chairman Wontumi. And nothing that Wontumi real reason, no. And he's lingering around a attitude of court, decision of court. Because if Apia Kubi our issue with the court all these years, he never for once came out of court to blame the court for anything. No. Every single day he came out of court, he was smiling, assuring people, telling Ghanaians he has a good case, his client is doing well. But suddenly, why I say, judge in the judgment, this issue has happened. It is Bawumia. In fact, the problem appear could be Nya or the Samira Bawumia Kachireno. And it was the insult from Samira Bawumia. And this lawyer told Bawumia, said, talk to your wife. That disrespect to me and other people in the party, it is becoming too much. Bawumia told him, say, that is when Apia Kubi stormed out of Bawumia's residence. And that is how he came out to write this statement that he has withdrawn his services. So what they have been trying to do is to get Kennedy Japan to intervene to go and talk to Lordina Mahama. And Kennedy Japan says he's not going to do that shit. I'm telling you today.
So that is the allegations from Kevin Taylor. Now, I say allegations because Andy Apia Kubi, the lawyer for Bawumia, lawyer for Chairman Wontumi Ababontia Babeka say a yentro. See on call Bawumia fee. Now Bawumia yere kra no be 1 year ni unhuno. And so it's more like it's Kevin Taylor's word against that of Andy Apia Kubi. But let me just say Andy Apia Kubi is still Chairman Wontumi's lawyer in the other cases, right? Chairman Wontumi enye one case pe. I'm say over 3 other cases. 3 cases in general or in total. Andy Apia Kubi is still a lawyer. Now, for me, I have my own theory. And for people who have been following me, but I'll use this opportunity to tell you my theory again. What I believe Andy Apia Kubi is doing, tactics. Tactics be a delay case. Share. Maybe some Crawford say court na wo ho a friend of court no. System be a ada ho ache. Lawyers be wo ho a wo munim say omo client aseme nya de. Omunim say case no ye kwa ye bechi ye client atum, but obi biara waye lawyer ache no unim say court no sebe enye obi a na asem ye de nko an owi ni wasem betumi aye de nanso wenya strategy bi ama wasem na nko court wana wanhwe ya asem no untumi wini, and every single lawyer knows that. Now, especially for political cases, right? Especially for political cases, what happens is lawyers now omo a defending encrophobity say Chairman Wontumi say no. Omo nim say their best bet is to delay the case. So they will delay the case until say omo party ebeba. No omo party ba omo nim say omo party no ebema case no akwakoda. It happens in MPP, it happens in NDC. What I think Apia Kubi is doing by writing to the judge to say on person be Chairman Wontumi lawyer biom, and they say I personally think he wants to delay the case. Because say otro ekokoma judge no say one person Chairman Wontumi case no obey lawyer bioma. Say judge ni jitumu a Chairman Wontumi a new lawyer ebeba ba betro letter about the judge ne say maba me a new lawyer. Na me ye new lawyer na me share judge ma me kwan na me go through the court documents ni na eno hunti 3 July ruling na opesa wodeba no twentwen so. What are they doing? They are delaying the case. Inti at this particular point in time, the best bet for Chairman Wontumi to run away from judgment is to delay. And so me, that is my theory. Say Apia Kubi in someone watro akwakoma Chairman Wontumi no. Enye se bi one Chairman Wontumi enya asem bi. And I say enye se bi a one person be Chairman Wontumi lawyer or something. Me, I personally believe that it is a strategy to delay the case so that 3rd July, just 3 weeks to come, judgment no ember. But Kevin Taylor and so obionim. If there's one thing about Kevin Taylor, maybe the NSA on several occasions to me can send me babetena haka say hey asem we dey wow do obekom na asem ye no kware. So I've learned my lesson not to doubt him. I've learned my lesson not to doubt him. If or can asem na or can, probably he knows why he's saying that. He knows what he has said. But maybe theory and I'm there to Jano. At this point, it is Kevin Taylor's word against that of Andy Apia Kubi. Year the enkrana one day yebehu no kware no.
Ebusia, unim say won pesa ubenya diabetes, stroke, cancer, and BP a yade ba ko pe na wo se wo ye ho adwuma. ɛyɛ wefu ɛwɔ sɛ woma wefu ɛba fam me a me ne mo kasa yi mmerɛ bi baeɛ mini uhu mefu a yes and the same person me a me ne mo kasa yi me a mefu eni na ɛyɛ nyama miɛnsa ɛna me yɛyɛ ɛna movie me from this to this and me ho atɔ me na wo a wotie me sɛ wo mpɛ sɛ obenya saa yare dɔm a me bɔ din ni na very simple nyama miɛnsa no me de atro book no your friend your action plan for weight loss pe book ni bi na tɔ ne bɔ nyɛ den ɛyɛ 100 cedis pɛ sɛ wo pe book ni ne pdf a metumi asɛni ama ɛwɔ whatsapp so wonni makenkan a don't worry book no ne twi video wɔ hɔ ne ever video nso wɔ hɔ ne nyinaa ɛyɛ 100 cedis pɛ over thousands of copies of the book have been bought na wohwɛ every single day sɛnea nkurɔfoɔ ɛfrɛ me ɛda mase for nsɛm a meka wɔ book no mu a ɛndɛ asesa wɔ mo abrabɔ no a ɛnyɛ asɛm ketewa sɛ wopɛ book ni bi atɔ a ɛyɛ 055-807-4986 055-807-4986 woyɛ Ghana ni na wɔ aburokyire na wopɛ book no ne hard copy a ɛno ne sɛ wobɛkɔ Amazon na wasearch for book ne title your action plan for weight loss by Sena Kofi nti o search title no na ɛba na wotɔ a yɛbɛhyepe ɛde abrɛw to book no na wotɔ book na me wɔ ha wankasa bɛba bɛda mase me da mo nyinaa ase